No sugar, we're live. Okay. Well, hi everybody, and welcome back to the Mystery Sports Podcast. And you know, 2 streams in a day. I don't know where I'm getting this energy from. I mean, I've woke up at 3 o'clock this morning watching the Ashes, and then I thought we need to do a preview on the United game. And that's what we're going to be doing now. So I just got a notification through there on the Rochdale game. They are currently winning 2-1. Bit of an overview of there. I mean, going well so far in the National League, Rochdale. But in terms of United, and well, obviously that's the main topic of this video. So if you're a City fan, stop crying. I'm just kidding. You can't get enough of Manchester United, can you? Because that's all you talk about, isn't it? Really. But we'll talk about obviously the game coming ahead for Manchester United, and obviously we are playing Everton on the Monday night. So it's another and Monday Night Football, the one of a few that we've got so far. I was talking with one of my mates. United have got um, quite a few Monday Night Football games, especially get like tough games like Bournemouth, for example, Newcastle as well. I'm pretty sure is one of them, or maybe that's Christmas Day when I'm not too sure with that. Boxing Day, not Christmas Day. But United actually don't play a weekend, like a Saturday or Sunday game at home until the Manchester Derby, which is in the January the 17th, which is absolutely ridiculous in my opinion. I just think that's rubbish. How can you have probably one of the best teams in the world or the biggest club in the world in terms of fan base and the types of revenue that we United create through the stadium things playing on a Monday Night Football where I mean Monday Night Football, don't get me wrong, it's like a game where sort of a voice crack. It's like a game where it's almost like no one's really that bothered unless you support the clubs. Whereas Man United, everyone's bothered about United. Every Liverpool, City, Arsenal fans can all say, "Oh, we actually don't care about United." But all they look is, "Oh, if United have lost, fucking it, sorry, you don't hear the end of it even if United lose." So it's a bit disappointing that we have Monday Night Football games, but we've got to move. Every team has it, and so be it. Obviously, United aren't in Europe, and that's probably a consequence why we're not playing on the weekend, why we're playing on the Monday night. But in terms, obviously, with the game and things, from moving away from whinging about Monday Night Football, I think we'll go with the score prediction. I think United will win 2-0. So I said it in a previous video. So if you're not check that out, go and check it out. It's a decent video talking about the predictions of the Premier League and what's gone on so far, or my preview of the Premier League this weekend. So definitely go check that out. But in terms of the scoreline, I think it will be 2-0 United. I think United will just have too much quality in terms of attacking wise and defensively. I think Everton going forward, they do lack the kind of clinical edge up front, but then knowing United, they probably will find the clinical edge there. And you never know, it could be 2-1. But in terms of how I think Ruben Amorim will set up and how the defenders will be, I reckon that Manchester United will be quite solid defensively. I think being at home is a huge thing. Senna Lemons obviously in net is a huge thing. We've got to keep who can catch the ball and save the ball. Obviously, Delit, Yoro, and Shaw. Well, Shaw obviously not going into the England squad, and Yoro not being. I don't know if he was part. He might be on the 21 squad. I'm not too sure, but I know he didn't play in the first team for France. But obviously, them guys training there and fully fit and things, so it's obviously a good thing in that respective for defence. And obviously, another good news is that Lisandro Martinez is obviously in full training, so full first team training, which is amazing. Ruben Amorim in his press conference yesterday wasn't saying if he would be in the squad or if he isn't. From what I've been seeing on Twitter and from the stuff that I've been reading from like the United People TV and Stretford Paddock and things, and obviously what Fabrizio Romano has and stuff, um, I think a lot of them are suggesting that Lisandro Martinez will probably be in the squad, and I do believe that Lisandro Martinez will be in the squad. I don't know if he will be playing. I just have a feeling that he probably will be part of that 24-man squad who arrive at Old Trafford tomorrow. Or if he's not, then I wouldn't be upset. I'd be a little bit disheartened that he's not in the squad. But then at the same time, I'm thinking, you look at our fixtures ahead. The next fixture is United play Villa. I think next is it. Let me just get that up again. Sorry. So United. Oh, sorry. United is Palace. Sorry, away. Obviously, that's a huge game. I'd rather have Lissandro Martinez play 15 minutes or be fully fit and ready for the Palace game because we know that's going to be a much more difficult game than Everton, with all due respect to them. But, you know, going back to the game, I think it'll be a 2-0 United win. I think United will play well. I think Embuemo will play well. Cunha will play well. And obviously no Shesko. But I think United have got ways to work around it, which we've not had in a very long time. we've not had that. Let's say Shesko is out, we have 3 players who could probably play in the system that we play, and it can all work. So when I go through the lineup now, obviously we'll move on to that, the lineup and what I think will happen. I'll explain why I've put the likes of Xerxes and Mainu in and Mount, because I think with these players we can definitely play the system and it not being too disheartening in with Shesko out and not having a proper number 9, because Xerxes, as we know, he said he's a 10, or he's a false 9. He doesn't like playing striker, but he can play there, but he also likes that centre attacking field option. So if we go into what our I think the team will be, so I think obviously Lemon's in net. We all know that's set because he's a brilliant goalkeeper. Shaw, Delit, Yoro as the back three. That's just a standard. I think he won't play Aiden Heaven because I think he's too young, and he doesn't really give you much of a chance, as we know with Kobe Mainu. We have Dorgu on the left wing back. I would probably expect Delo to play there just because he loves Delo. But however, I think Dorgu against the likes of um, Jack Grealish and things like that on Njai, we can exploit their kind of defensive weaknesses. And I think in having Dorgu a left-footed left wing back, you just can put those crosses into the box a little bit better. And attacking wise on the left hand side, we look a bit more stronger with Dorgu than Delo. Ahmad right wing back. Obviously, we know how good Ahmad is, and I think that's his position now. Really, obviously against a tougher side like the likes of City or stuff, I would probably put Mazraoui there just because he's better defensively. Then midfield, Bruno Casemiro picks itself as usual. Casemiro obviously scored in the international break and Cunha as well, so that's brilliant. And then the black is what I think Ruben Amorim will probably most likely go with. I think you're going Mount and Wemo as the two tens and Cunha up top. I've put Xerxes in blue. Xerxes is an option that I think we could play. However, I think Xerxes would replace Mount, or Cunha will be in where Mount is on the whiteboard and Xerxes will be where Cunha is. I think if we were to go with that kind of formation in that situation, or with Xerxes starting, I think we looked at when Xerxes came on when Cunha wasn't playing against Burnley, and I think Xerxes had a brilliant game that day, and he's not really had the opportunity to play this season. I think this is a prime example. Everton, a team who isn't not necessarily the best team, but they aren't very comfortable on the ball. They are very defensively mindset. They don't really take the opportunities, and they concede a lot of opportunities. I think Xerxes would be a brilliant player to evolve in the game, get his confidence up, getting some match game time, and I think it would be brilliant to see Xerxes play. And then obviously Kobe Mainu, I think, let's say instead of going with Mount, he puts Mainu into 10. I don't think he'll necessarily play Mainu as the 10. I think that this is kind of me being biased in terms of how I love Mainu, because I think a lot of people know that I really love Mainu and I rate him highly. I think if I was Ruben Amorim, I would probably go with Mainu as the starting instead of Mount as the starting cam, and then later on in the game bring on Xerxes and Mount if the likes of Cunha, because he takes Cunha off, and because of his fitness, obviously he's not as sharp and as like that match game fitness like Emblemo's is much 10 times better. Um, but I would probably put Xerxes and Mount on as my two substitutions for replacing Mainu and Cunha, just to keep that freshness there. And if we are if we're, let's say we're 2-1 down, or we're 2-1 up or something, and we need that third goal, then you've got fresh legs who can provide that and that energy there. So I would definitely want to put Mainu in the squad. In terms of what I generally think will happen, I think he'll probably play the team in black, but he'll put Delo instead of Dorgu because he just likes doing that, and I don't understand why. But I wouldn't be surprised if we come Monday night that we do see Joshua Xerxes starting. Considering we've got no Shesko, I think this is the perfect opportunity for Xerxes to get in the squad, to play well, and to almost kind of reignite his starting position and be like, look, sorry, Ruben, I'm here. I'm actually a very good footballer, because we know he is. We know he's a very talented and gifted footballer on the ball, and he every now and then he does pop up with a goal. So I wouldn't be surprised if we did see Xerxes start. If he didn't start, then I'd also wouldn't be surprised if we saw Xerxes play and get probably like 30 minutes, because I think in terms of the way that we want to play and having that kind of central figure up top, he probably could put Cunha in the number 10 position, take Mount off and put Xerxes up top. So, it's an interesting game, like, even though it's only against Everton, I think this game has got a lot riding on it because obviously United can go 6 games unbeaten if we win this, right? If we win or draw, we go 6 games unbeaten. But if we draw, we go on 21 points and we go 4th position. And obviously that's crazy in terms of United and where we were. So a lot of this game has a lot of um, importance and emphasis on winning because we win, we go into the top four, obviously with results going our way. So I think Chelsea have won. I'm not too sure if they've won. Yeah, Chelsea won 2-0 against Burnley. So obviously they are in terms of the table, they'll be third, I think. No, they're second. They're second on 23 points. And then in terms of obviously people behind them, so City and Newcastle play at half 5 today. That'll be a huge game. So let's say Newcastle win that, which I think is a possibility being at St James's Park. Obviously, United go with 1 point behind City, which is mental. Obviously, Tottenham, Villa, and Sunderland all play later on. Liverpool play tomorrow. Oh, no, Liverpool play now. Sorry, against Forest. So obviously everything's here to play for. And if Liverpool win that, we go level on points with Liverpool. I mean, we are still level on points with Liverpool, which is crazy considering Liverpool are the champions. I know obviously they've had a dreadful season so far. Obviously, 8 games won in the last no 8 games lost in the last 10, which is obviously dreadful as the champions. It's a crisis, I would say. But United have a lot of pressure to win the game, I would say, because I think we win the game, it puts us in another good step in trying to get that back into European football. And I think United definitely have the players to do that. And I think you've seen over the past 6 games that the last 5 games, sorry, United have developed into a team that they might, even though they go a goal down, they've still got the fight, the hunger there to go and salvage a point, and that's what we did against Forest and against Tottenham. And I think both of those games we deserved more than a point. I think a lot of United fans could agree that we deserved at least in one of them. At least deserved 3 points in one of those games. Maybe the Spurs game, I would say more the Forest game, but obviously, United, at the end of the day, the job is to go and win and to go and put pressure on the likes of City, Liverpool, Bournemouth, like that. And the only way they've got to do that is go and win and turn up on Monday night and not lose it like not don't be silly and lose 2-1 or something like that. But, I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you guys as well as United fans are looking forward to the game. If you've got any questions or anything you want me to speak about on Sunday for the review, or I'll probably do the review on Monday, I'm thinking after the United game, or I'll do 2 separate videos, depends how I'm feeling. But yeah, I'll probably do it Sunday actually because of F1 finishes and darts also finishes as well. So we'll um we'll do I'll probably do it tomorrow. But if you've got any questions, please put me in the comment section so then I can read them and answer you either during in the comment section or answer them in the up and coming video. But thank you all for watching. Hopefully you have a good weekend and yeah, enjoy the rest of your day.